That's fine. How's everybody doing? I'm the Catholic convert. I'm just trying to find my place in the Catholic Church. All right, we've been reading about on St. Clement's first epistle to the Corinthians about how they thought it's better give to receive, and they was doing good works, and what people was criticizing them, persecuting them, putting them down for this. I want you to think about this as I'm reading this. As I'm reading in chapter 3 about, now I ain't saying that's what this means. We'll get into it more, but I want you to think about this. About judging others on one ill fault compared to all the good works they do. And causing them to throw their hands up and just say, forget. I want you to think about that for a minute while we're reading this. They do one little thing wrong with all these other good works, but you see that one little fault they do, alright? Think about that. Here we go, chapter 3. The sad state of the Corinthian church after sedition rose in it from envy and emulation. So we know that's not what we have, but I want you to think about it, okay? Every kind of honor and happiness was bestowed upon you, and then was fulfilled that which is written. My beloved did eat and drink, and was enlarged, and became fat and kicked. Hence flowed emulation and envy, strife and sedition, persecution and disorder, war and captivity. So the worthless rose up against the honored, those of no reputation against such as was renowned, the foolish against the wise, the young against advancing years. For this reason righteousness and peace are now far departed from you. Inasmuch as every one abandoned the fear of God and became blind to his face. So here they are there. They abandoned them. They got that gulf like we talked about one time. They got a gulf now. And become blind in his face. So they're pretty far away from God. They come blind and they're not seeing, I guess, what they're doing. They become as their persecutors in other chapters. Let's go on. Neither walks in the ordinances of his appointment, nor acts a part becoming a Christian, but walks after his own wicked lust, resuming the practice of the unrighteous and ungodly envy, by which death itself entered into the world. So here we are, doing good. The Corinthians was doing real good. And now, boom, they're bad as their persecutors, are not worse. So I'm not going to deal with what actually brought it about. I wanted you to think about what could have brought it about. You know, it could have brought it about too. What I'm about to say. That they was persecuted so much. Maybe they were doing so much of good works and still get put down for it. And they threw their hands up and say, what's the use? What's the use of me living this life and people still put me down for it? Or maybe somewhere they done something wrong, or someone of them does something wrong, and somebody, that's what brought about some persecution, and they saw that one little fault compared to all those good works that they was doing, and they just gave up. If that's what's going to happen, why fool with it? They're going to see that, and you can ask yourself, why would that matter to me? Well, let me say this: everything matters. The Bible says, get the sawdust. Don't try to get the sawdust out of your brother's eye until you get that big plank out of yours. That's right. We all sin. The Bible says that we all sin, come short of the glory of God. I mean, so why judge him? There's another thing that says don't judge him. Judge as you want to be judged, and judge and not be judged. That's it. You should be praying for him. You see a brother, I think you're supposed to pray for him. You're not supposed to criticize him, put him down. You're supposed to be there for him. We're family. And even those people that was persecuting them, they might have been Christians too. And they was persecuted. Who knows? Different sect of Christians. These days it goes on like that. Catholics are criticized, or other churches are criticized, and it just ain't right. And what I'm trying to get at, and even if it wasn't, we all are family. We are family, like it or not. Catholics, Baptists, Pentecostal, Angelicans, if I'm saying that right, Church of Christ, Church of God, it goes on. We're all family. And if you're an atheist, you're still family. You don't want to criticize the atheists. You want to pray for them. If he asks you your opinion, yes, you want to tell him the truth, but you want to tell him in a nice, polite way. It's like the atheist. You ask him his opinion, he should want to tell you in a nice, polite way his feelings too. Now, how are we family with him? Well, we're all family because of creation through God. God created us all in his image. We are all family. So we all need to do for each other, pray for each other, help each other out, not criticize each other. I mean, remember that story about the woman caught in adultery? They was ready to stone her. What did Jesus say? He without sin cast the first stone. What did they do? There was nobody there. Like I said, the Bible said we all have sinned. And the one I liked and I found here, saving it for last, it says, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." You want nobody, you make a fault, you don't want nobody, criticizing you for it. Because well, it's an accident. I made a mistake. Come on. Look at everything else I've done. Right? So think about that. Doing others you wish them do unto you. That's why we are family. We should be there for each other. We should pray for each other. We should help each other out. Whatever the need, we should be there because we are family one way or the other. I want you to think about that before you start criticizing. And like this church, Corinthians, and if you see someone in your faith, they just slipped completely. They turn their back on God. They got this to go again. We know that, and pray for them. If you talk to them, you approach them in a polite and right manner. You don't go off criticizing them. We're going to burn hell. This boom, boom, boom. He's going to push them farther. You see somebody like the state of the Christian church, you try to be there for them. You pray for them. Like Pope Francis said, you pray, and what do you do? Well, how prayer works, then you go do it. Okay? But you got to do it in the right manner. You got to have the right attitude. I just want you to think about that. We are family. If you see somebody fall like the Christian church, think about how to approach them and what to do for them. And not to criticize them. Because the Bible, like I said, you don't want nobody judging you. You don't want nobody doing stuff to you. It says, doing to others which them doing to you. Think about it. God bless you. And go with God.